Hey everybody, in this, our eighth and final Alaska episode, we cover the last part of coming into the United States, going through Washington and into Boise, Idaho, where we visit our friends Casey and Paula. And then Blair and I pick up the Airstream, we move all of our stuff back in, and we give you our final thoughts. All the things we thoroughly enjoyed and we highly recommend if you have a chance to make it up to Alaska, and things we would skip if we were doing it again. And we cover also our thoughts on dragging the trailer up there versus the van and a host of other things in this episode. Let's roll. We are on our way back into the U.S. We should be back in the States in about, 45 minutes or so. But we just drove through the Okanagan and British Columbia. And man, this place is beautiful. It's beautiful mountains, wonderful lake systems and river systems. A whole ton of people are on floats floating down the river right now, and the lake is busy. But beautiful area, and there's plenty of RV parks here, but they are jam-packed right now. So it's just someplace we may want to come back and explore at some point. And it's hot. It's 85 degrees. You got to get used to this heat again, Blair.
I know, I'm not prepared for it.
She says she's not prepared for it. Yeah, she's over here with a sweater on.
Yeah, it was chilly this morning.
It was chilly this morning. It was like 55 degrees and rainy when we woke up. But got to stay at a really cool campsite last night. Blair found it on wherever she does her research from.
Found that one on
Overlander. Really cool. You can't take a camper down there. Maybe a base camp, but that'd be all. But a van camper or truck camper, motorcycle camper. We had 3 motorcycle guys show up last night trying to get the spot, but luckily we got there before they did. But anyway, cool spot. Headed back in. Looking forward to being back in the States again. Welcome back to Washington, family. Welcome back to the United States of America.
48.
Yep, we are got inspected because of food in our rig, but that's all right. No big deal. Had a great chat with the inspector. Well, now we're headed down to Boise. Not all the way today because it's 8 more hours driving, but somewhere along the route, and see what happens. We just passed Dry Falls State Park, and
Park Lake.
this is on Route 17 in Washington State. I'm making a mental note that we may want to come back here one day because it's pretty, very pretty. There's the RV parks on the water, plenty of roadside parking on the water. The water is pretty. So might have to come back here, Blair.
Yeah.
And then we visited with our friends Casey and Paula. They are fellow Airstreamers and very dear friends. We'd love to see them anytime we're in the Boise area. They were currently remodeling their house and had the living room in the garage. If you do live in the Boise area, you might find them and their band playing at the local bars and restaurants. At least you can check them out on YouTube. The next morning, we went to the Palisades National Monument and toured around for a little bit. If you happen to be traveling from Boise going east, you can stop at the Thousand Springs State Park. There's a campground here, but it's also the Hagerman Palisades National Monument. So we stopped in here to stamp the old passport book and check out the area because we've driven across the highway many times here but never stopped. almost back in Wyoming, Afton, Etna area of Wyoming. But if you've never driven right on the other side of the border, the Palisades Reservoir area, and that's a gorgeous, gorgeous spot. There's a little town called Palisades, a little east of the reservoir, east or southeast of the reservoir, but gorgeous area, absolutely gorgeous area. So if you're up in this part of Idaho, I'd highly recommend it. Very green, very beautiful spot, and I love Idaho. I really do. It's one of the great states. Of all the places we go, it's one of our favorite states.
We made it. Truck started. Airstream hooked up. Van is about to get emptied. It smells terrible in here. And the only thing we're missing are water filters. I don't know where they are.
Did you get her?
Yeah, a little bit. Hey, but you got 2 houses now. What do you think? Alright, I'm just gonna work front to back if that works for you.
Tell them we caught 5 mice in the back of the truck.
No, I didn't. Oh.
I see forever when I look in your eyes. Love that is deeper than the blue.
Chaos.
Sky.
Chaos.
You are my
Chaos.
You are my
Chaos.
You are my
Ugh.
dream. Come alive. My everything. My like no other. Yeah, I could stay here with you for forever.
What have you done to the trailer, Blair?
Moving in.
Yep. It happens. We've moved out. Now we got to move back in.
Charging stuff.
We'll create new homes. I just went around with Zach at the KOA here. It's up here behind Airstream of Wyoming. There's about 30 sites there now up and running. And they're building an additional 50 in the back for next year. And then the following year will be some more in the back with a pond and all the other things. So it's really, really fantastic. And I'm very impressed with that space. And I'm excited to be back in the trailer. And if you're ever driving through Etna, Wyoming on your way to Tetons from Salt Lake or anything like that, and you're in an Airstream, the Airstream of Wyoming dealership's here, and this new KOA is back here. I don't know that it's going to be open year round. Obviously, summertime is the main travel season for people driving up this highway on their way to and from Tetons and Glacier and that kind of thing. But beautiful space back here, good staff, and they're just blowing it out. Like they're going to build a new office building down here. So in the coming years, it should be pretty legit. It's already a good spot. Particularly if you buy an Airstream here, you can stay right there. It's just nice from an Airstream perspective to have a campground right by you. But anyway, appreciate Zach taking me around and showing me the space and showing me the area and the plans. Huge space, and I've been very impressed. And hey, friends, I didn't talk about this very often during our Alaska series, but I want to address it now. This device here is one of my favorite things that I had in the van on the trip. And it's a way to make coffee. So Kafora, it goes a K-cup or a, you can put coffee in a little pot in here. The stand pops out. You put your coffee pot under here or coffee cup under here, and it makes a cup of coffee. So it pulls water, hot water, through this hose. This plugs into here. This goes down into I use the Jet Bowl every day, but if you have a way to make water hot other than that. On the top here is an LED screen. I can choose between 4 ounces and 14 ounces on here. I can choose coffee green tea, coffee, tea, hot cocoa, artisanal coffee, things like that. I can choose a bunch of things up here, and it chooses the way it pushes water through there, I guess, and the temperature. I charge this thing. It has a battery built in here, and you charge it with the USB-C plug. I charged this thing before we left. I used it every single day throughout the whole trip, from leaving the United States in the van all the way through Alaska back into the United States until we got back in the Airstream. I charged it before we left, and it still has 30% charge left on it. And I used it twice a day, many days, so making morning coffee and evening tea, or morning coffee and evening coffee, things like that. I'm very, very impressed with this. I've been using it for a few months now. I used it for a few months in the Airstream before we even left. So I made a video review on this product, and I really enjoyed the product, really enjoyed the company, and they are now in full production and on sale, and I have a discount code for you. So if you need something like this for backpacking, car camping, RV camping, whatever you want, because it fits nicely into this little sleeve here, and you can carry it in your backpack. If you're already carrying a way to heat water in your backpack camping, or your van camping, or your car camping, and you love good quality coffee and ways to make it, this is one for you. So if you haven't checked out the review, please go check that out. If you would like to get your own, check out the links down below in the video description for discounts and where to get your own coffee maker.
That's right. Snuggle on up.
Welcome home.
Thanks.
We are at Airstream of Wyoming and the KOA here. We just got back into town last night, and we had complete chaos going on out here. Emptying the van, checking the truck. So before we left, I put these 2 sticky mouse traps. If you ever park your truck in a grassy field for some time, particularly out this part of the country, mouse like to climb up in there. So just know that. They right where the truck tailgate goes up on the corners, both sides, that's where they come in at. And I caught 6 mice, maybe.
Yeah, 6 or 8.
Whatever. It was.
Yeah.
Both of them were full. So anyway, I did that on purpose. Caught some mice, and that way they don't chew up everything in the bed of the truck.
Yeah.
None in the cab that I found, or I didn't smell anything, but I had some in the trailer too. But it was down here on the asphalt for the remainder of or duration of our travel, and had a little bit of warranty work done. Airstream of Wyoming is the number 3 rated service dealer in the nation, and rightfully so. They are fantastic here. It's a small crew. They all know each other. They all lived right here for years, and it's a really, really fantastic crew. And Josh Kiter, the general manager here, is a good friend of ours and an amazing human, and he that permeates into the staff here. So if you need some work done, come here. If you want to buy a trailer, this is a great place too. This dealership, along with the Airstream of Utah, is now owned by the same family that owns Colorado Airstream. So the KOA that's back here is a recent opening. They got 30-ish spots right now. They're going to expand to 200 over the next couple of years. It's going to be a great spot, and it's a great stop from Salt Lake to the Tetons, or Salt Lake to
Yellowstone.
Glacier or Yellowstone, or anywhere like that. It's a great little stop along the way. And Star Valley, which is this valley here, is really fantastic. So I always love coming back here, and I'm excited to see this park grow, this KOA grow. So really great staff there. Just had a chat with Zach over there yesterday. He rode me around on the tractor and showed me all the plans for the KOA is going to happen, and got to see his wife Madison and her new baby this morning. So it's really fantastic. Both those guys.
Yep.
And we know them from Utah. Mm-hmm. But more to the point, you're here to hear about Alaska and our final thoughts. I'll say the highlights for me are the Glacier Landing, Lake Clark National Park, and Katmai National Park, and seeing Travis and Jen. These are not in any particular order, but hanging out with Travis and Jen, getting some real Alaska, like fishing, and then we canned some salmon, and I got a bunch of jars of canned salmon in there. It's been wonderfully crafted by Jen. Thank you very much, Jen, for taking the time to hook us up with all that, and Travis and Jen both for allowing us to live like trailer park in your front yard for so long, and really had a great time with you and your family, as we always do. We love you guys.
Yep.
The things I don't like are the long drives. Like, we've driven 9,500 miles roughly since we left here, or since we left Utah, I guess. So long miles, long days, particularly on our way back. We've made some 10 to 12 hour days every day on our way back, because Canada's huge.
Huge. I mean, Alaska's huge.
Alaska's gigantic.
Yeah.
I showed in one of the videos, and I'll overlay it here too, but Alaska popped on top of the continental U.S. It covers up so much of the country.
Time out.
What'd you break?
I lost a magnet. Oh, it's in my pocket. Hang on.
Just clip it to your shirt.
It's okay. Here is wild.
So the long drives, the frost heaves, the tourist, I guess, and we were tourists too, but the tourist industry there can be overwhelming depending on where you are.
Mm-hmm.
So again, we've said this in previous videos, but we didn't realize, like the cruise ship, you pull into Juneau or you pull into Anchorage or you pull into Kenai, and then they have bus tours from there that take people all over to see kind of the highlights of the state, which are great. But to get to all the national parks except for Kenai Fords and Denali National Park,
Wrangell St. Elias, you can drive to. You
can drive to some of them in the wintertime, but you can't in the summertime because they make ice roads. There's some rough, long day roads. The Dalton Highway, if I had a off-road vehicle like a Bronco or a Subaru or something like that I could take up that Dalton Highway the whole duration, I'd probably adventure down that path. But in a van like that that's loud and kind of stiff, it's very rough. I wouldn't do that again. 4 hours on that road. Well, I say 4 hours. It's 4 hours from Fairbanks. So you drove like an hour on regular road, and then you get the rough road. But 3 hours on that road is more than enough, more than I ever need.
Yep.
Ever again.
I agree. I mean, it's kind of like labor or the trail. Like, you forget how bad it is. You start thinking about how good it is.
Yeah.
So, like, how long will it take before you want to go down one of those roads again?
I don't need to go that far north. I would fly before I would drive that way.
Yeah, I agree.
We will be going back to Alaska because we missed on Glacier Bay National Park because the flight we had scheduled from the town that starts with an H.
Haines,
Alaska. We're going to fly to Haines into Glacier Bay, but the weather was rolling in, so we couldn't do it. We had to cancel our flight, which caused us to leave just a little bit earlier than we planned, but that's okay. We got back here. What's your favorite things about Alaska? What's going to stand out in your mind? When you tell the story, how was Alaska? What's your things?
The Katmai National Park, everyone should do. It's a lot of scheduling and it's quite expensive, but if you were to pick one national park to go to, Katmai would be the one. Mm-hmm. My second favorite would be the Clark. Is that what it was?
Was that Glacier Landing in Sled Dog?
Yes. Yeah. Well, so Lake Clark with the bear viewing would be a close second to the bear viewing. So if you had to choose one or the other and you could only do one, I think either one of those would be fine.
I would choose Katmai over Lake Clark, though. Lake Clark is gorgeous and beautiful, but the chances of seeing a bear there are less than they are at the Brooks Falls.
Well, like a non-national park thing to do, excursion, 100% the Glacier Landing and the sled dogs. So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they have lots of options for the glacier landings. Like we just walked to glacier pools. You can do a kayak through glacial rivers. You can do ice climb. You can do so many different things. Yeah. So those are like top 3 for sure. And like, of course, do some fishing while you're there, whether it be salmon or halibut. And those would be the things I'll remember the most.
Okay.
The towns are
nothing to write home
about. Like, there are some great things in each little pocket of a place, like where we visited. And if you're already going through there, I'd say 100% do it. But I think like the wilderness is what makes Alaska, as opposed to the little towns along the way. Yeah. Yep.
And Don, I didn't mean to leave Don out at the beginning. We got to hang out with Don Turner, a friend of mine from the Marine Corps. We worked together for a couple of years, and 1st Battalion, 5th Marines continues to pop up places we travel. It's kind of strange. cool at the same time.
Yeah.
I want to hit on cost real quick. I have zero clue what any of this cost. No clue. She's the budget and the financier for all the things. But I will say, I know it's not cheap. I truly understand that it's not cheap. And making a budget for this kind of a trip in Alaska, we just help everybody understand how we did it. We've been saving money for a while because Blair was planning on hiking the Pacific Crest Trail this summer. So we needed money to support that whole trip and, pay all our bills while we're hiking the trail. But she decided to forego that. We'll do it at a later date. But we used all that money we saved to go to Alaska. So that's that was our budget. We had planned a budget already, so we just spent it all to go to Alaska.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we spent it all.
We did. We saved quite a good bit more than I thought we would on camping.
Yeah.
I did calculate our camping budget, and we only spent $320 total.
So we stayed on base a couple nights.
60 days.
And we stayed at one.
We stayed at like 2 true campgrounds, which were $40 to $50 a night. Everything else we did was either base, which was $15 to $20 a night. State parks that were free because we had a veterans pass, and the provincial parks in Canada were only $15 US. So it was
for 2 months.
Not bad at all. So a lot of boondocking, a lot of state parks, and rec sites.
If we had to go back again, there's a couple of those places we paid to stay that we would have probably skipped on the way north. I think we could have stayed in a free spot.
Yeah, maybe 2 of those places we could have found. It just depends on your day. Like, that was the only thing that was, like, we were done for the day, and it was the only thing.
And this just goes back to planning. Like, we planned a little bit, but like I've said many times, we fly by the seat of our pants. And as we're driving, we're like, let's find somewhere to stop in 2 hours. Mm-hmm. And some of the places you could park with the van completely for free, you just don't know about until you've already driven past them. Like, man, we could have just driven 10 more minutes and stayed there last night.
Yeah.
So there's that thing too, is the unknown.
Yeah. But the flights and excursions themselves are where you spend the money, which is rightfully so. Like, you're either with a minimum of 2 people or a minimum of 3 people or a maximum of 10 to 15 people, and it's a chartered jet, and you have to fly an hour and a half, 2 hours. So you've got to pay for the fuel, the pilot. They're out there all day while you're doing your excursion, and then fly back. So that's, like, this is a trip of a lifetime that we saved up for, and many people save years and years for. Yeah.
So it's not cheap. Definitely not cheap. And I recognize that, and not that that's ever in everybody's budget or desire. Like, most people don't want to go see some of the things we saw. But,
but I think one excursion, if you go up there for a trip, is worth it. Just, if you had to pick one, just pick one. Like, getting in the air and seeing Alaska from the air is beautiful.
You must, yeah. I think, like, the cruise out of Vancouver or Seattle that goes up the coast, takes you to Anchorage and back, that whatever 7 or 14-day cruise. And if you can do a Katmai trip from that and then do back, that'd be a great way to go.
Yeah.
We wanted to do the ferry from wherever down to Seattle or reverse, but most of the ferries have shut down this year because they're replacing engines or something.
Yeah.
So we have to go back because I've got to get to Glacier Bay National Park. That's one of the ones that's the only one I'm missing up there. Only one we're missing up there.
Yeah. So
we have to go back, and we may do some type of short cruise up there to do it next year, just because I can knock it out. Okay. And that's one of the ones I really wanted to see.
Yeah, the glaciers and it's right on, like, kind of on the coast on the lower peninsula. Yeah.
And Juneau, we talked about this too. We didn't go to Juneau, which I wanted to go. We didn't go to Whittier. No. Valdez. We didn't go to Valdez, which I wanted to go to.
And some cruises stop in both of those locations.
And the Aleutian Islands out on the western side towards Russia. I'd love to go check those out at some point too, with an airplane.
Yeah, that'd be a long boat ride around the Arctic.
You can't drive all the way up to those.
You can't drive a boat ride.
But like a boat ride, yeah. Anyway, good trip. I'm glad to be home. Home in the Airstream. I mean, it's good to be back in here. Good to be back in the lower 48 and just ready for the next adventure and ready to see everybody at the International Valley. So by the time this video comes out, we'll already probably be there and gone. But I've enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed the time. And the van travel was unique and something I would definitely recommend if you're planning to go to Alaska. Fly up, rent a van, and do your things while in Alaska, and then park it and fly back. Don't miss Jasper or Banff National Parks or Vancouver or that, whatever, depends on where you come from. Canada has some beautiful national parks and beautiful camping spaces, and camping and van camping and truck bed insert camping is huge up there, way more prevalent than it is here. And there's some absolutely, and motorcycle touring and camping too is a big deal.
Yep.
So I don't say skip Canada, but from Jasper through the Yukon and all that northern BC it's just so much extra just to get to Alaska, which Alaska is so dang big. Like, you just got to plan the specific things you want to see, like Claire said. But if we go back to Alaska, it's going to be via ship or via airplane. I'm not driving all the way back up there again. And I still, right now, say I would never drag my Airstream up all the way up there. It ain't worth it to me. Just because I'm vain about the way my trailer looks all the time and dirty and breaking things. And I admit that. I realize that about me. It's just me. But I still wouldn't want to just risk it, dragging it all the way up.
It's an added stress.
A huge stress.
Yeah.
So I get the people who do it. I understand they want a caravan. I appreciate that you do that. But I think there are simpler ways to go do that kind of thing than I would want to drag this trailer, because I'd be stressed out the whole time. I'm headed to Pennsylvania. Not a straight line, circuitous route. I'm going to hit some national park battlefields and historic sites along the way. Blair is headed to Salt Lake, and I will see her in a few weeks in Pennsylvania. Any other advice, thoughts, recommendations?
Plan in advance for certain things. And then most everything else you can do on a whim.
If you guys have any questions about the trip or about something we did or something you've seen in the video that we didn't answer in the video or answer here, please feel free to reach out via the comments down below and or send us a message on the Contact Us link on our website. Blair would love to get back to you.
No. If anyone gets back to you, it's not me.
Yeah.
I do nothing. I just say no about 50% of the time.
Yeah.
So.
If it's anything dealing with the budget or scheduling, you have to ask her. She's the operations.
You can ask him and he'll ask me.
That's what's
and then he'll get back to you.
Anyway, Pepper had a good time.
Yeah.
49 states down.
Man.
One to go.
20 out of 24 hours being outside. Loving it.
We're glad to be back in some dark, by the way. I didn't mention that here, but it was dark last night. And we're like, man, it's so nice.
I looked out the skylights and I could see all the stars. Yeah. It was good.
Right.
So.
Thanks for joining, everybody. We love you all. And if we are on your route, so if you follow us on any of our social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever, those things are pretty up to date. So if you see we're near you or maybe headed near you, please reach out. I'd love to stop by and say hello if you're on our route, or if we can meet somewhere, that'd be great too. We love meeting you folks, and we'd love to meet you too.
Yeah.
She'll sit on your feet.
She'll bring you a toy.
Yes, she will.
And if you have a dog, she'll bring your dog a toy.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Bye, everybody.